Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Dan. Dan is from England in the UK. So let's see what Dan has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Dan. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Oops, I'll wait for you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll repeat now.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries at all, mate. No worries at all.
So tell me, how was your day today?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Can't complain. Sun was shining, so yeah, kept me busy, and yeah, it was all right. How was yours?
Yeah, it was good as well, as you mentioned. I think when the weather is shining like that, sun is just give these great vibes for you for sure.
Yeah.
Tell me where you're from then.
So I'm from the UK, little town called Wellingborough, which is near Northampton.
Okay. So tell me something interesting about your town.
Oh God. It used to have a zoo.
Okay.
Doesn't more, but yeah, that's about as interesting as it gets here. I'm deadly honest.
That's a place where you're born and raised?
No. So I'm what would be classed as northern. So I was born in Preston,
Okay.
and then I moved down here probably 8 years ago now.
Okay.
So
And why did you change?
it was the person who I was with at the time. She lived down here, and it just made sense to move down here.
And how far are you from London?
About an hour and a half. Not far at all.
Okay. Not too far at all. And what do you do for work, for living then?
So I'm a online coach and PT, and
Okay.
I also am a joiner by trade.
Right. When you say joiner by trade, what that means?
So basically, obviously in the UK, we refer to the construction industry as trades.
Oh, I see.
So mine would be what would probably say woodwork, carpentry.
I see.
So
Okay, so let's start the interview talking about your career as an online coach. So tell me how the idea came along, how it started, everything.
Basically, I was in a situation where I wanted to improve my physique. So I reached out to a coach myself, and I've worked with him for over a year now, and I just thought to myself, this is something I want to pursue. This is something I want to do. So I got my qualifications, and I've just grown the business around my work rate and ethics. So
amazing. And do you do only online or you do face-to-face coaching as well?
mainly online, just so I can basically get in touch with everybody all over the place. But yeah, in-person stuff as and when it can be fitted in.
I see. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Yeah.
But before we start our journey, Will in the Magic Box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Oh, God, you put me on the spot. So I actually have a twin sister. A lot of people always get a little bit shocked when they find out I've got a twin sister.
Wow.
No, we don't look the same. She's got ginger hair and I've got dark hair, so I kind of dodged a bullet there. But yeah, I'm a twin.
That's very interesting for sure. Oh, wow. Wow, great. Who was born first, you or her?
She's 10 minutes older. And she won't let me forget it either.
Amazing. Then are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views? Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I have here my best full of random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Yep, no worries at all.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Yep.
Right, first question is, what was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
Ooh. I used to love watching movies.
Uh-huh.
Any chance I could get, I'd be straight in front of the TV, DVD on, and just watch films. And in all fairness, it kind of stemmed into my adult life because that's all I do now as well.
Wow. Tell me your favorite actor and your favorite actress.
Ooh, favorite actor. I don't really have a favorite actor or actress, to be fair. It's mainly based on roles. But I'd say if I had to pick, probably Shia LaBeouf, just because he's very versatile and his method acting's incredible.
Right.
Female actress would be... It's a bit of a tough one, that. I'd say Charlize Theron.
Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, she's once again very versatile. She can take serious roles, but also action roles, comedy roles, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Have watched Monster?
Yes, great film.
Oh, that was a great movie. Oh my God, that was like a brilliant movie. I think that was the movie I watched it that somehow I kind of started to follow her career a little bit after that, because I've seen her before in movies, but when I watched that movie, I was like, oh my gosh, that's something big for sure.
Yeah,
and you're kind of person that prefer to go to the cinemas, or you prefer to watch movies at home?
Oh, cinema. I go to the cinema on my own all the time.
Same here, like all the time.
Yeah.
You know Cineworld, this chain called Cineworld?
Yeah, and you get the unlimited card.
I've got the card since 2007 when I arrived in London.
Oh, wow.
2007, yes. Since then, I got the card. I remember at the time I was paying £7 monthly. Do you know how much I pay now? 20.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. But you know what? I've recently just got one myself.
Yeah, it's worth it. If
you go twice, it's paid for.
That's it. Yeah, and I go every weekend. It's my therapy of the week. When it's the only time of the week where I forget about everything. When I sit there, I start to watch the movie. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me, which movie was the last one you watched in the cinema?
So I watched Thunderbolts.
Me too. Last weekend.
I'll be honest, I wasn't overly impressed, but it was all right. It was just something you could watch.
I put too much expectation on it as well. I think when I hear about Marvels, I already go like, wow, it's something big. And suddenly, I know your points. I think maybe the continuation might be a bit bigger.
Yeah, it could get better, but I think after Endgame and then Far From Home, they went too big and you can't really follow that now. So
I know. Amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Dan from England. Right. The next question is, what do you think people need to know about each other before they start a relationship?
What are the non-negotiables? What is their main goal if they've got... So, for example, for myself, I'm a bodybuilder and I will not stray from that path. It's given me purpose, it's given me a sense of achievement and a real passion and drive, and that's something I would never give up.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like coming into any form of relationship, there's got to be certain things that obviously no one wants to give up, and that should be respected.
Totally. And tell me, are you in a relationship right now, or are you single?
Kind of seeing someone, yeah.
I see. So tell me, how do you see, the dating life in your area, in your city? Do you think it's a place where they prefer to date online? Do you think they still have this old-fashioned way to go to bars and meet each other? How do you see around there you live right now?
I would say it's very online. I think the rat run of life is too much for people, and having communication with people can give people anxiety. Whereas me, I'm quite the opposite. I'm terrible with online stuff, so I much prefer to get the face-to-face contact. You can get the vibe off someone, and like that's where chemistry's built.
And when you go, of course, now you've seen someone, but for example, when you feel like connect with other people and you feel like in a romantic way, what's something about the person that for you gets your attention straight away? It's about their personality, their looks. What's something about it?
I'm a sucker for a pair of eyes. If you can, you know what, it's a smile as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you can hold eye contact with me, and then you've got the smile to match, I'm done. Like, just pack me up and I'm done.
Amazing. Yeah, I think when your smile is like your is your business card. You know, it's something about it gets you straight away. And after, of course, personality. But I think it's the first impression. You can read the person through their smile, through their expression, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
Next question. Let's do it. Okay, so before the next question, as you mentioned about your career, about a bodybuilder, so tell me, fitness always been part of your life?
Yes. So I've always played football at some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in and out of the gym for years, but I was never consistent. And then I had a heart condition, which basically stopped me doing everything for around about a year. Okay. As soon as I had that fixed, I just fully went straight back into the gym and picked that as the thing I was going to pursue. Wasn't enjoying football anymore. And with bodybuilding, it just became something I could control. I got out what I put into it, essentially.
So tell me about your daily routine regarding your bodybuilding career. Is something that you need to focus every day? Your diet needs to be very strict. Tell me a little bit about it.
So at the minute, I'm actually in a competition prep. I am 6.5 weeks out. So every day is Groundhog Day. I wake up at 4 a.m. I'll go for a walk, take my supplements, go to the gym, get my fasted cardio done, go to work all day. I'm eating 5 meals, and they've been the same for the past, say, 4 months.
Wow.
And then I'll train in the evenings, come home, and then rinse and repeat.
My God. What has been the hardest part of it since you started this path? And tell me, what you've been struggling a lot to kind of keep it up?
So in terms of keeping it up, I find it quite easy. I am a creature of habit. Okay. Because I've set certain routines now, I just automatically do. It's like going on autopilot. But the hardest thing I've ever had to face, because this is my first time doing it, it's definitely been hunger. I've never felt so hungry, and then having no other way to curb that other than try and stay busy, try and relax and not really think about it. It's been a lot. It's been a bit of a struggle, but it's also part of the process, and I enjoy doing it. So,
do you have a day off that you can eat anything, or not at all?
No, not at all. Every day is routine.
Wow, that's what I call focus, for sure. Mindset.
Yeah.
And what do you miss to eat the most? What's something that sometimes you dream about it, but you cannot eat at all?
So I used to eat a lot of Five Guys burgers in my off season, and I've not had one. And that is the first thing I'll be doing once I've competed, is going straight to get a burger.
You know, I'm gonna be bad now. You know, what I like the most about Five Guys is the milkshake, the caramel milkshake.
Yeah.
Sometimes the movie is with a milkshake on my hand.
Oh yeah, that would be me, definitely.
Wow. Okay. Next question is: describe yourself in 3 words.
Driven, passionate, loyal to a fault.
A negative one. Tell me a negative word that could describe yourself.
I'm a little bit of a recluse. I like being on my own, and sometimes that's not always a good thing.
And you've always been this way?
Yeah, definitely. Having, even though I have 5 siblings, I've always been one to just be on my own, do my own thing. Enjoy it. But like I say, it could be a bit of a negative because it just means that I haven't got certain connections with certain people because I just don't really want to do it.
Let me guess your star sign astrology. Are you a Scorpio?
No, Aries.
Oh my God, because I'm Scorpio. Scorpio, one of the biggest characteristics of Scorpio is to be alone, and I love being on my own as well. And it became a problem for me as well sometimes because I was excluding myself a lot about, going out or meeting other people. And
Yeah.
now I work on it more and more. Now I'm more sociable, but I remember like maybe 10 years ago, I just felt so good with my own company. I still do. I think it's important, health as well. But sometimes you need to balance, and I think it's very important.
Yeah. Like for me, it would be a case of I want to do the day-to-day by myself, but when it comes to my wins and my achievements, I want to be able to share that with people.
Saying that, when you think about yourself, when you analyze them, what's the biggest joy of being you?
Biggest joy of being me? Just being me. I just know where I'm at every day. I'm very content, and I'm just naturally a positive person. Not a lot will bring me down, and if something is going against me, I usually just turn it into a positive and just carry on. If I can't control it, it's no point stressing over it, and if I can, then fix it.
Do you believe that happiness is a choice?
I do actually, yeah. A lot of people who say they're unhappy or aren't necessarily fulfilled in their life, I do think it's because they're making the wrong decisions. We all have challenges and certain things going on in our lives for sure, but it's how we deal with that. And if you allow it to get on top of you, it's going to pull your happiness down. Whereas, like I say, if you put a spin on it and change it up and kind of put a bit of a positive on it, you're as happy as you make yourself.
When have you been the most happy?
I would say it was my wedding day. I got married.
Oh, wow.
It was a very intimate wedding. It was just, it was nice. It was just right for the time. It was perfect.
Wow. All right. Next question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next question. You like dancing then?
Yeah, I like it, mate. You carry on.
not in front of the camera, yeah?
Yeah.
And when you cannot hear the music, even worse.
Yeah, just guessing.
Next question is, what's your favorite weekend activity?
Ooh. You know what? I quite like just getting a coffee and going for a walk. It's as simple as that. Like, as soon as the weather's nice, headphones on, go grab myself a coffee and just go for a nice long walk, listen to a podcast, and yeah, just zone out a little bit.
And why is that? Tell me the feeling when you are doing that. It's kind of a therapy. It's a way for you to get, to know yourself a little bit more. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it'll just be a case of I pick a certain podcast and that I relate to and can have a laugh with, and I just basically turn my brain off. It gives me a bit of a factory reset. I'm not one to be sat around doing nothing a lot of the time. Like, I've got to be moving. I'm also almost like a shark, but that is my way of turning my brain off.
Wow.
I can literally enjoy it.
What's the meaning of life for you then?
Meaning of life. Always picking positives. That be the meaning of it. There's so much going on in life nowadays that is sent to test us, pull us down, and basically make us workers and drones with no personalities. But if you can pick the happiness out of the little things and the little wins, I think that will give you a much more fulfilled life.
Tell me a life lesson that life has taught you that you feel very grateful for it.
That no matter what comes your way, no matter how hard it feels at the time, like how bleak or you just don't see an end to it, it does. It will end. It's life isn't about suffering. Feel what you do in the moment, allow it, and then move on from it. Learn from it, and as long as you're learning about yourself, you've got to give yourself grace, because this is our first time round doing this. No one's got a book on how to live life, so just literally just go and live it how you deem fit. As long as you're not hurting anybody in the process, it's your life. Go live it.
Totally. Yeah, I think life is a gift. Yeah, I think we are here and sometimes take for granted. But I think when, as you said, I think when you know, simple things in life, it means a lot. You know, sometimes as you're going for a coffee, for a walk, my God, that's something it brings you the best of yourself, you know, for your mental health, for your body, for your soul. I think it's amazing for you to take time to just relax and have a, you know, as you mentioned before, we live in a world right now that everything is just so fast that sometimes you need to slow down a little bit. I know it's not easy sometimes when you're passionate about something, but however, you're taking a little bit of time for yourself. That's what meaning of life as well, that I believe. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, being an online coach, yeah? Tell me what you like the most. Since you started your career, what's the biggest joy for you?
Just seeing how people change. I have, for example, I have a client who used to drink a lot, mainly social, but there was a small part that was a little bit of a coping mechanism for him. And since he started with me, he now doesn't drink. Wow. Mainly through his choices and me going at him a little bit with some reality checks, but essentially let him make that decision. And his life is completely flipped, turned around. He's just turned 40-year-old, and he's just got the best physique he's ever had, and he's started to feel the best he's ever felt. So for me, that is exactly why I do that job. It's I'm changing someone's life, and all I've done is tell them to exercise and stop eating crap.
Stop going to Five Guys.
Yeah, let me do.
Tell me something. People watch this interview right now. Maybe they would like to, you know, to start training with you. They would like to connect with you. What's something about, you know, your class, your coaching that stands out? Something that you bring to the plate that people, they go like, oh, that's interesting to have.
So I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been overweight and unhealthy. I've been very skinny and very unhappy with my physique.
Okay.
The best thing I could ever do is I can understand where people have come from. I've been through life. I've been through tribulations. I've lost people. I've had to reset life, and I know it gets on top of you. But having done what I've done now with my physique and my bodybuilding and just focusing on the gym, it's the one constant that doesn't go away, and you can control exactly how you're going to feel. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy. Some days it's very hard to stay motivated, but then when you can look back with, like, it's how I tend to do it is I get people to reflect on where they've come from quite regularly, because, like I say, a lot of people forget to look back and go, this is where I was, look at where I am now. So for the baseline for my coaching is I make it work around you. We focus on you, and you're the target. Doesn't matter about me. I'm just here to get you where you need to be. So we make it work around you from top to bottom.
Amazing. And most of your clients right now, they are men, women, or a mix of them?
To be fair, as a mix, I'd say it's mostly women.
Wow.
Which for me, I never really wanted to get into the female side of it, just because of certain things. I just didn't understand the female anatomy enough. But having worked with a few females now and getting some really, really good results and listening to their feedback, I can pretty much guarantee that they will possible. Yeah, they'll get better results than some of the men because they want to listen. They're willing to listen. There's no ego in it. They just want to listen and get it done.
Wow, amazing. Next question is, what are you most passionate about?
It would have to be my bodybuilding at the minute. I do have a passion for starting a family. That is a big one for me. Having come from my background, I do want that family dynamic. But at the minute, I know where everything's at, and my bodybuilding is I am fully focused, passionate, and that will get everything from me at the minute.
And which person in your family you feel more connected with right now or more close to?
I would say it would be my twin sister. We don't talk a lot, but when we do, we properly catch up. We make sure that we cross every single bridge, and then we can go back to not talking for a month and it's fine.
Wow. Okay, so your twin sister is watching this interview right now. When you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message, what would you say?
Thanks for being there. I know we don't talk, but I know that if I needed someone, it's a phone call and it's done. So thank you.
That's very sweet. Saying that, what's the biggest difference between both of you and the biggest similarity?
Ooh, so difference is our tempers. She is fiery. She would go off straight away, whereas I'm a little bit more controlled. Put us in the same room though, this is where we become similar and we're like firecrackers. We're just gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really weird chemistry. Put us in a room, we become volatile. As soon as we separate, it's fine.
Growing up, I have twins friends growing up. I still have friends, and they told me that I remember then when one of them was feeling sick, automatically the other one as well. It's like this feeling connection. Did you have that as well growing up?
Oh yeah, so there was a bit of a weird story to be fair. So I was a bit of a sickly child. I was always in and out of hospital, and my parents worked out that when I went in to have an operation, the time they cut me to open me up, my sister started crying straight away. Like they'd worked times out, and like we were only babies.
Wow. Oh my God, goosebumps now you're saying that. Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah. So
I had here as well, actually. I just remember now, and then a lovely man from Chicago, I think. In the US, I think it was Chicago, was Boston. And he had a twin sister, and he said that his sister went, babies as well, complete babies. I think she had open heart surgery as a baby. And he said, I don't remember the story, but it was something very similar as well, that he said that it was a connection there that was beautiful to see. And he shared that. And I found so interesting. I think it's it's a beautiful connection that's always going to be there. Wow.
Yeah, 100%.
Great. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, of course, we got connected through TikTok, through social media.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, what's your idea behind your videos? I've been watching some of your videos online. There's a message behind, there's something that you'd like to achieve when people watch your videos?
I just want people to be able to resonate with it. And especially during this bodybuilding prep, it's definitely opened my eyes to the industry and how hard it actually is. And I just want my content to be as honest and unapologetically me. That way, if people resonate with it, then happy days, they follow me and they can get in touch and message me whenever. That's fine. I'm always up for that. And like I say, it's just about being me. It's my opinion on my life, essentially. So, yeah.
What's the most frequent questions that people, ask you, or they point at you? Do they make comments about your eyes or about your physique? There's something that sometimes you go a bit blushing.
I still find it weird when people give me compliments on my physique, because me visually, I'm like in my head, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. If anything, I've backpedaled, but I spoke to a lot of people from my past and new people. It's definitely given me some confidence in what I'm doing.
It's amazing. Yeah, sometimes hear this comment from people that you don't know, and I think it's important as well because somehow it reminds you that about you as well. It gives you confidence, and sometimes we forget to, sometimes you're a bit modest, a bit shy. Sometimes a deal with compliments can be a bit tricky. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
but,
yeah.
And I think part of it. I think it's part of it, and sometimes you just need to believe it. So, what they are saying is because they mean it. So just take it. That's how I say.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Next question is, what's the biggest risk have you ever taken?
Ooh. It would be taking a different job quite recently, to be fair. I was offered a bit of a package to go and move back up north following my split with my ex, and I said no. And that was a job I'd done for 11 years. And I made the decision to say, no, I want to keep my life that I've got down here, and that'll come with a new career.
Mm-hmm.
So
wow.
That's the biggest risk I've took.
Wow. Interesting. Last question. Ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Last question. Must be seeing this crazy guy dance without music in front of me.
It's all good.
Before the last question, then, tell me, people watching this interview right now, maybe they would like to start a career in bodybuilding. Maybe they would like to start a competition that you are preparing right now. What would be your best piece of advice for those people?
Just do it. Whatever self-doubt you have, any doubt that anyone's ever said to you, don't let their opinion sway you. It's going to take just as much time as you to get to stage than it is to anybody else. The difference is you're making the steps to do it. So just do it. And when you do it, go wholeheartedly at it, because you will get so much more from it. That's not even about the bodybuilding. It'll just be the sense of achievement, the routine you have. Your whole life literally levels up around it, because you become selfish in a way with your spare time and just who you're hanging around with and who you choose to spend your time with. And because it's so finite and you are to a point exhausted, you just pick better people to be around who motivate you and basically want you to do better anyway. So yeah, just go at it, enjoy it, and find a decent coach. Me.
Yeah. Amazing. Right. Last question is, what's the best first date have you ever been on?
Oh, okay. Best first date. Bit of a rogue one. Weirdly, I was in a shopping centre, and you kind of just like pick out what you would have in your house. Weird concept, but you kind of get to know someone's personality. And it's fun jumping all over sofas and stuff. So,
who was your first crush?
Ooh, God. I think her name was a girl called Lauren. Off top. Wow. I would have been about 9 or 10, I'd say. And I was living in Manchester at the time. Yeah, when I just started a new school. So as soon as I got there, I was like, yeah. I was like, wow, I want her to be my girlfriend. Fortunately, she never did, but here we are.
At least I remember the story, at least.
Yeah, yeah, I got away.
Amazing. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words, just one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Yeah.
Let's start with money.
A trap.
Fear.
Hate.
Family.
Love.
Life.
Happiness.
Love.
Content.
Religion.
Needed.
Sex.
Not as important as you think.
I thought you said needed. One word for politics.
A joke.
Friendship.
Important.
Desire.
Distraction.
Interesting. Regret.
Life lesson.
Success.
Oh, there's a word. I had it right there on the tip of my tongue. Subjective.
Yes, totally agree. Wish.
Lucky.
Happiness.
Life.
Remind the name of the town you live right now again.
Wellingborough.
Wellingborough. So one word for Wellingborough.
Rough.
One word for England.
Home.
Online coach, one word.
I've got to do two. Great decision.
Okay. And the last one now, bodybuilder, one word.
Dedicated.
Amazing. Let's pretend I'm going to meet your twin sister for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, what is the most beautiful thing about Dan, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on? What do you think she would say?
Most beautiful thing about me is, oh God. I'm always there. Doesn't matter when, where, phone call. I'll be there if I'm needed. One thing that she'd probably say that I need to improve on is seeing her more.
Wow. I'm sure she knows you very well, so she knows what she's talking about, for sure.
100%.
Amazing. Let's play now, Dan, and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Right, you can ask me a question now, Dan.
If you only had to listen to one artist for the rest of your life, who would it be and why?
This is a Brazilian entertainer called Xuxa, Xuxa. So yeah. She's, Brazilian people might laugh right now because it's for kids. I grew up in the 80s and I grew up listening to her every single day. And I'll tell you why. I would listen to her every day because growing up back in the 80s in Brazil, I come from a poor family. I had a lot of opportunities. My parents had always been the best. So I had great life. And I remember every morning seeing this beautiful, young lady, like a Barbie out of the Starship. And she was a daily program for children. And she had always those positive messages. I think nowadays, we are talking about positivity, about happiness, Dan. And I understand your point because I see life in a very happy way as well. And a big part of it is because of her. Because, I think when you are a child, when you see that daily, someone talking about wisdom, some willpower, go after your dreams, never give up. Imagine the impact that gives in your life when you grow up. So she's big. She was huge in the 80s. Once she said that she raised the whole generation in Brazil in the 80s, and she did because she's loved in Brazil because the message that she was like sharing every single morning. I still remember them. I always remember because it gives impact in your life. I think it changes a little bit the way of approaching life. So yes, trust me, I still listen to those songs. Most of them they're for kids, but most of them there's a lot of positivity, about dreaming, about going after your dreams, being persistent. And I think that's amazing. When I'm in the gym working out or running, I put the songs and it gives me this strength, you know what I mean, to keep going, not give up. And I think those artists, give a big impact in your life. Sometimes I love music anyway. I think music overall, you listen to them, those music can just give this great vibe. So yeah, any song of her, Xuxa, I would listen every single day. I mean, I'm in my 40s now, and I'm still listening to it. So imagine, it's great. So yeah, great question. It's something that I will always listen to it because it brings me good vibes, brings me back to my childhood memories as well. And I think it's great to have. So yeah, Shusha, every day. Did you enjoy the interview?
I did, mate. Yeah, it was really good. Really good. Thank you.
Thanks again, Dan. Thanks again. I think it's amazing. I'm glad that we connected through this time of your life where we embrace this, this journey of bodybuilding. I think I love seeing people passionate about things. I think it's amazing to see you are for your career as online coach as well. I think this is the future. Online coach, I think people, they are more and more into it because it's about guiding people to a better life, to a healthy life, and it's amazing. So carry on with your online coach, carry on with your videos on TikTok, and I think it's very inspiring.
Thank you very much.
Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Take each day as it comes. Life is a roller coaster. It is full of ups and downs. There's going to be curveballs thrown at you from every angle. But like I say, put a positive spin on it and remember that curveball coming, you can catch it and you can always throw it back.
Totally. Love that. Thanks again. Regards to your family, to your sister, and we keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show, hey?
Yeah, and you, mate. Thank you.
Good night. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.